Vecta. I'll have to check it out. I didn't see what exactly it was, but I'll check it out. Christian saying here to support you as always. Ensign Christian Alencar introducing himself. Greetings, Ensign. It's good to see you. I love it. We've got Lieutenant Vecta in the house as well. Starting to get the Star Wars gang together. Do you have any requests, man? I don't think you've ever made a request, have you? Because we're doing requests today, and I've got some Star Wars stuff up just to work on until folks come through. But feel free to call out some characters if you're in a Star Wars mood. We could do Star Wars characters. I've got Thrawn, Eli, Pharaoh, and Aralani up at the moment, and our Crash Bandicoot we started. But I too am in a Star Wars mood, and I know that's usually the mood I'm in anyways, but I'm particularly Star Wars-y this morning because I'm starting to get real excited about Ahsoka. Ahsoka would be a fun one to paint. I've only done a human Ahsoka. I've never done like a actual legit Ahsoka. Adari, welcome in. What's the freaking date for Ahsoka again? It's coming up here in like a week, isn't it? Yeah, August 22nd. August 22nd. That's in like 3 days. God, I'm so excited. I'm trying to get my hopes up. You guys know I've been ranting about this forever. But try not to get my hopes up too much. But it's inevitable. I am excited. I want it to be good. Also, I have Chinese food. I'm so excited. You guys might have to hear me munch a little bit in the background. Alright. Let's pop over here. Let me pull up my reference. What are we painting, guys? Alright. Reference. Boom. Boom. Got all my little folders up here. So, we were doing the Thrawn piece, you know? And I actually got to thinking, like, I did like those other sketches that we did, but I wanted to do some other ones just because, like, one of the things I got to thinking about was that what we made, the Eli I'm not going to change, I like the Eli, but what we made for Harris and Dula wasn't super expressive. It was just like, you know, not really very, it was just a face. A gonk droid would be amazing. Okay. Yeah, the other stuff wasn't very expressive, so I did some other sketches, not this, that's one of my sketches I started with, but I ended up with, like, a more, curious looking Harris and Dula, which I like this a lot. I especially like the mouth. I thought that was really interesting. I started an Aralani, but I think I need to make her hair like a little more long. So I started an Aralani sketch, and then I also kind of started a Pharaoh, but I don't really like her eye area, but I wanted to make her like a little angry. So I think I'm going to pull like her nose and mouth out a little bit and just kind of give that, because that, like, I do this thing where like my faces are not like, this isn't expressive. All the faces that I paint, everybody just looks sad, like they're about to cry, and that's like my default is like, you know. So I started trying to work on like painting more actual like expressions, and this one is like not, you know, maybe specific, but like she, you know, the eyes too, yeah, like I feel like she's looking up and she's like a little hopeful and a little more expressive, and then Aralani just looks like she's like looking down her nose at you, which, yes, step on me, Aralani, I don't care. Everybody feels that way though, I know it can't just be me. And then we have the front, and I think that's gonna be better, like, you know, just stuff that's a little bit more expressive in here. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint all of them where I can see them all at the same time, because the problem with the other one too was that I put away all the stuff and then I just started painting that portrait, but I wasn't really keeping my eye on like the Eli so that they kind of match. Otherwise it's gonna look like I threw several different paintings in there, and I don't want to do that. So that's where I'm at with that. I did put a little bit of time into that. We do have the Crash Bandicoot, and then we have our request stock here, and we are going to go ahead and do a little bit of Gonk Droid, because Vecta requests Gonk Droid. And honestly, we should do Gonk Droid. We should do like a Gonk Droid and a Mouse Droid. The unsung heroes of Star Wars, really. Right? Because they put up with a lot of shit. Let's do it down this way. So you guys are going to see my superior perspective skills here. Let's do, you know what we're going to do is we're going to do it up like this. We're going to do it like that, because that'll be better. That's not bad. Okay, now. A whole ass 3D something in here. Okay. Okay. All right. I see you. Gonk Droids are fun to draw. Yeah, and it's like, it's so simple. But we could do like some scratches. We can make them like battle hardened, you know? And it'll be fun. I feel like it would be really cool. I feel like it would be really, really cool to like make the Gonk Droid a Mando or something. Cause you've seen like the fan art where like the Gonk Droid it's a Gonk Droid obviously, but they make the Gonk Droid kind of designed like one of the hero characters. I always think that's super funny. I always think that's pretty great. I'm not going to be hyper accurate with this either, by the way, because I don't feel like it. So I'm going to put like some of the major stops of like, okay, this is a Gonk Droid, and then I'm going to kind of elaborate on my own shit. I could do like a little cord kind of hanging down. I'm not really liking these legs. That's a little bit better, but it needs some work. A gonk droid that's a force ghost, because that makes sense. Serious talk though, I want a BD1 droid IRL that follows me everywhere, like in the game. Yeah, that would be cool. A little sidekick. What do you guys think? That looks like a gonk droid. That's pretty good. Let's make him a little bit smaller. We could detail him and everything. Because a gonk droid, like, you know, as soon as you got the form in, I feel like there's a lot that you can really do. One thing about this, though, is that I got those gonk droid, like, it's, like, really in perspective. And then these legs don't really match that. So what we're going to do, I like these legs better than the other ones. But what we're going to do is, yeah, we're going to have to put them back. Yeah, like that. And then we are also gonna have to move this one down. We'll do it like that. That's fine. And we might need to come back to this and maneuver with some things, but I like it. I think that looks pretty damn good. Dope! You know, now that I'm looking at pictures of gonk droids, I think making a PC case gonk droid would be cool. Probably not too difficult to get the look right. That's absolutely true. Absolutely. I think so 100%. Give me 1 second. Had to do a little maneuvering there for a second. Okay. What color are we making this gonk droid? I was thinking like, I see a lot of like gonk droid fan art that makes them like turquoise and maroon, which I think is kind of cool. Like we could do your standard like dusty, weathered khaki colors if we wanted to, but I think it would be more fun to do something a little more not vibrant per se, but like just a little more imaginative. And there's like all kinds of gonk droids. You know, I feel like I've seen gonk droids like throughout the games and stuff that are like different colors depending on like the level and stuff. So I feel like we could get away with doing some cool shit. Annika! What's up? We're painting gonk droids. These are the unsung heroes of Star Wars because they get pushed around. I think the only droids that get pushed around more than gonk droids are mouse droids, because mouse droids get kicked. Because they're like scrolling around, going from place to place, like on the destroyers and stuff, and they just get fucked up all the time. Poor guys. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go like this. And we're going to paint bucket in some values. And I'm gonna alter these shapes just a little bit, but we won't do it just yet. Just to, you know, like that already looks like it's 3D. I put a Rebel Gonk Droid in Discord I drew in art share. Oh, did you? Did you? Did you? Hold on, let me... Give me 1 second. I have top secret messages in my Discord. Okay. Just making sure it's not coming up. Okay. Bow, 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 bow. Let me go to art sharing. Amaze! Rebel Gonk. You're fabulous, Odari. I love it. That's pretty good. I'm not particularly a fan of Rebel Scum, you know, but I'll allow it because I like that a lot. Slime, what's up? It's good to see you, my friend. How are things? We apparently are in a Star Wars mood, surprising to no one ever. And I'm taking requests this morning. We've got a request for this Gonk Droid. And if anybody else has any requests, I am open to hearing them. Sometimes we do these episodes and we do more of like I sketch out requests until I find one I want to turn into a painting. And we may still do that for today, but so far I'm on the first sketch and we're still open to messing around and experimenting a little bit with the ideas that we get. So like purple, but wander around Tatooine too long. Oh, okay, okay, that's great. I like that. So like a weathered purple, and we could put like some scrapes so you can see like the underpaint coating underneath. I'm down for that. I'm down for sure. Okay, let me I'm gonna turn this this sketch down. And we are going to also change the color of this background here to something a little more gray. Just, you know, kind of throw it in a space there. You, a Star Wars mood? But that's impossible. I know. Top secret messages. I meant you, Annika. I meant you. Okay, Let's group these. And I'm gonna grab a purple. And let's clip it. I like that. We're probably gonna stick with Darken, because Darken was good. Yeah. That's a cool. I'm gonna lift it up though for now. I like that so far, but we need to add a little bit more detail to this. So I am going to get real sketchy with this. We're gonna just start popping stuff into place and really making this look like a 3D piece. So I'm gonna be placing a lot of shadow on the edge of this, because the idea, right, is to make it look like it's receding back into space a little bit, and kind of carving out these little areas here, like just a little bit of darker value right there kind of makes that look like it's deep set in to the side of this, you know, to the front of this, excuse me. And then paying attention to certain points, like we would have this lip on this side, but we would not have it here because it's angled, you know. So like doing that, throwing that little receding area in. Another thing that we could do is we could take a lighter value and we could put that lighter value around the edges here. You know what I'm gonna do too is I'm gonna take this sketch layer. Let me pull my color palette up. I'm gonna take this sketch layer, and throw that in there just so I could be painting on top, really on top of this. All right, but we could take this lighter value here and we could even give it like more of a 3D lip here too, so that there's like a little bit more, so it doesn't just like, it's not just cut out of the edge here, it also kind of breathes on the outside. And then we could put a little, you know, a little lip here, you know, because then that like pulls out a little extra something there. Cody! Gonk is my favorite Star Wars character. Hey, you know what? Understandably so. Understandably so. Baldwin, Demeku. Hey everyone, what's Val working on today? Baldwin, I am taking requests, and our first request today is a Gonk droid from Star Wars. So we are working on a Gonk droid. We've got a plan for how a lot of these colors and things are going to work. We're going to do like a purple color. I swear, I didn't even suggest that. I actually suggested, to go with blue and maroon, but Vecta insisted on purple, and naturally I did not say no. So we're gonna do like a purple, but it's gonna end up being pretty weathered, to give it like this idea that it's been, like Vecta said, like it's been wandering around Tatooine for a little bit too long, you know? So right now we're just really carving out this 3D form, and placing these things in. But it's good to see you all. We got Commander Cody in the chat. We got Din Odari in the chat. We have Senior Lieutenant Annika in the chat. Lieutenant Vecta. We've got Ensign Christopher, I believe. Christian. Ensign Christian is in the chat. And Slime, you gotta pick a title, friend. You can't be regular in this chat. Can't be a regular guy in this chat. You're gonna have to, you know. You're gonna need a denotation if you're gonna hang out here. Anybody else who's lurking, if If there ever was a time to pipe up for a moment, this would be it. You could just choose your nickname. What's up, Doc? Well, it's good to see you, Doc. You're a Dragon Quest slime? You could be a Dragon Quest slime. King slime, yeah. You could be King slime. This is the way. You guys are a joy. Alright. Boy, do I love clipping masks. Oh my god. Can we just take a moment to pause and just think about how much we collectively love clipping masks? Cody, I know you're with me on this. I'm sure Annika is with me on this. Odari, I'm sure also is probably with me on this. But like just being able to frickin' paint in that little corner, and it's perfect because I used the polygonal lasso tool. Is just so, oh, it's just nice. That's a 3D form right there. Boom. It's just nice. It's very nice. Very nice. Very nice. What does that look like now? It's starting to get there. You can see that darken. That darken really starts to push itself into a lot of different shades and hues and things as we start to illustrate the 3D form beneath it. So that's kind of the goal here, is that I've chosen a color. I'm trying to do this a little bit more often, is like choose a color and then like check how it starts to read upon application as I make my way through it. We can even turn this the fill or the opacity down a little bit just to get a little bit more read. I think that makes it a little less saturated, a little bit more you know, readable, a little more weathered in the way that we wanted. I'm gonna go ahead and group this. Not these though, we want these out here. Come on, help a sister out. We could still clip these though, because I think, yeah, boom. Because then I can actually come up here with not a clipping mask and I can start painting, because I'd like to, let's turn that off. I'd like to start kind of bringing this lip out here. We could also do a clipping mask on this, but I don't know if that's totally necessary. Clipping mask power, unlimited power. Yeah. I know you're talking about something art related, but my brain refuses to picture anything but a bunch of medical masks and scissors. Oh, clipping masks. That's fair. That is fair. I don't know if I should do that lip like that. There's a lot of ways that this lip can be interpreted. I might select some of this and cut it. Yeah, just a little bit more slender, I think, really is what we're looking for. We should add like kind of a darker value here, and then add an even darker value under the lip itself, like the actual ridge of that lip would be cool, because then we can come in here, we can lock transparency on this and grab a darker value. Boom. And just kind of, you know, throw that in there. Can also do a little bit of this. Oh yeah. We're also gonna duplicate that. And I'm gonna flip that horizontal. Oops, not the whole, hold on. J, there we go. Let's flip that horizontal. And we're gonna be smart. We're gonna work smarter, not harder here. And just throw that right there, and then we're gonna alter. We're gonna alter how we use it a little bit. So we're gonna go in like that. I'm gonna do that thing I shouldn't do where I paint on the outside. Boom. And then we're gonna merge these. Merge, and then we'll lock the transparency. So now I've got these two things. We're gonna grab an even darker value. Let me scroll this down so I can see a little bit better. Ooh, nice perspective. Thanks! What's up, Liquid? It's good to see you, man. We are working on a gonk droid. I've never painted a gonk droid, I don't think. But that was our first request from the wonderful Vecta. And I'm trying. I'm actually really pleased with how it's going, and you guys know me. I don't really do a lot of surface, like hard surface stuff. It's not really something that comes naturally to me. And I do a lot of more like portraits and organic shapes and stuff. So I'm a little bit, I'm be honest, I'm a little bit out of my comfort zone here, but I do really like how it's going. And I feel like if you're gonna start, you know, with something when you're not really a hard surface illustrator, perhaps a gonk droid is a really great bit of practice for you. Oh shit. This is my, can you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that? That's my ringtone. The fucking intro to The Mandalorian. Gonk gonk. Roger Roger, baby. That's a good rim trim thingy. Thank you so much. Hi Val, stopped in to say hi. Gotta go to work soon. Stony, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much for popping in. We're doing requests again. If you want to drop an idea in the chat, I can't promise I'll get to it, but as this is our Saturday morning cartoons episode, you are more than welcome to leave a suggestion if you so choose, even if you're going to work. Because maybe we'll get to it while you're gone. I know, like, the gonk droids, though, are a little wider than that, huh? Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. You know, because I'm looking, I've got some reference up for gonk droids, and, like, the ones from the film I feel like are more boxy, but, like, I see a lot of fan art that's accepted as, like, great gonk droid fan art, and it's a little bit more narrow. I like the narrow look, to be perfectly frank. I need to go look at the final Bandicoot. I do have, this is as far as we've got. And I do have it up just in case we decide to take a break and finish it. We gotta put the mask face in there and get the feathers, and I'm gonna put, like, Jungle back there, and then we'll work on his eyes a little bit. So that's, I'm really loving it. This was one of my favorite requests. It's been a long time since I've, you know, put the brain on Crash Bandicoot, so I had a really good time with this one, so thank you very much for that idea. The new Star Wars Lego game, they have Golden Gonk that you can ride on. Oh no! That's amazing! That's dope, bro. Do you put it together with the sound? Alright. That is a pretty good lip thingy, isn't it? Good little edge. I feel confident. I'm gonna grab like a lighter color. I'm gonna put this little spot right there. you know, like carve out that little thing. We can even bring that around the edge. Just like so. That feels good. We could even drag it down just slightly. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What kind of Easter eggs are we gonna hide in this? Because this is our Gonk droid. You know what I'm saying, folks? So like we can put stickers on this shit. We can put like I can hide your names on this. Made Val uncomfortable. Didn't even get banned. Hashtag winning today. Did you make me uncomfortable? I don't know. I don't know. Are you eating something? I am. I'm sorry. I have a bowl of Chinese food. I'm sorry. I know that some people really hate that. Like when streamers eat food on the stream where you can hear me. So I apologize. Vecta thinks that his unique personality bugs me sometimes, but he's never bugged me in his life. Also, like, just for the record, there's stuff that is allowed to go on in this chat that is not allowed to go on the Adobe Live chat. So most of the stuff where I'm like, hey, knock it off over there, you guys don't have to knock it off over here. So if you've watched the Adobe Live stream and you're like, oh, I shouldn't say that because I've been scolded, you're not going to get scolded here. As long as you're not being, like, disgusting or insulting. Like, I couldn't care less. No, I don't hate it. I was just curious. Okay, cool. Cool. People love it most of the time. Yeah. Wow, that's an entire subgenre of streaming. People, yeah, the mukbang stuff. I don't know. I worry about those people, you know, because number one, there's two sides of that, right? Number one, either they're eating all of that food, and I worry for their, like, intestinal tract and stuff, you know, because that can't be good for you. Even if you're only eating that as your only meal for the day, like, that is a lot of stress to put on your internal organs. Or they're cutting it and they're not eating it all, at which case they're almost certainly wasting a lot of that food because they have the money to waste it, and that bugs me. Mekdi, can I post a link here? You may post a link here. Yes, sir. I think it's safe to say anybody can post a link in my chat, but if you abuse that and you start, like, spamming stuff or you put unsafe links in the chat, you lose your privileges. But I'm not super worried about it. I think you guys are nice. So true, right? Yeah. Here is Back Alley Wilderness. It is Back Alley Wilderness. A Mythosaur sticker? You fucking got it, dude. You got the coolest ideas. Y'all are geniuses. I'm going to add a list, like a list layer. So we don't forget what we're gonna put on it. And this was requested by Vecta, so we're gonna have to hide Vecta's name. You guys get to see my weird handwriting. We can post links? You can post links, yeah. I have a link for you. Share. Give me a link. Just, you know, don't hurt me with the link. I reserve the right to be weary of the links you guys post. Like, if I don't know you, I'm probably gonna check the link before I open it, and I also reserve the right to just decide I'm not showing whatever link you share, but if I'm familiar with you, I'll probably click on whatever you do, so don't be mean. Vecta thinks they made you uncomfortable, not realizing we're always uncomfortable around Val because of clips like the one I posted. Where? Where? I didn't see it come through. Maybe I have some kind of something. I didn't see it. It didn't come up for me. Oh no, I just shut my chat. Damn it! Can you guys see the link? Your link didn't go through either. Hold on, maybe I have a setting. Yeah, maybe there's a chat filter. How would I change that? Customization, live chat replay, live chat, participants, who can send messages, anyone, live reactions, no message delay. Oh, he isn't a mod, nobody can see it. Permissions, manage permissions, community. Okay. It says block links. URLs sent in live chat are already blocked. If you select this option, new comments with hashtags and URLs will be held for review. This setting doesn't apply to you, moderators, or... Okay, so I'm going to hit blocked links. And then now try it, and maybe it'll send me a little thing that says, hey, do you want to allow this? I don't have any moderators. I have no moderators. Yeah, I don't see anything coming up. Oh no, I do have a moderator. My boyfriend's a moderator, but... Permissions. Manage permissions. Nope, that's not what I want. How about you guys just post links in the Discord? Yeah, I don't have any mods. Mods are unnecessary, Cody. Mods are... Yeah, if you guys post links in the Voodoo room on my Discord, which that link is in the description of this stream, go ahead and throw it over there, and I will see. Oh no! The mating call clip? I haven't seen this in years. Holy shit. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna play this. I can't remember how incriminating this link is. I can't remember how bad this is. This is from the old Twitch days. It's from the olden days. Screaming into like a prayer. Oh no! Screaming into like a prayer. Why? Why did I do... That's 5 years ago. Look at my hair, dog. I hate that. I hate that that's a thing on the internet. Oh no. There's probably so many incriminating clips over there. Guys, if you look through the clips of me on Twitch, please don't judge me. You all know that I'm weird. You look like a young baby, don't I? I can't be lame and rickroll in Discord because Discord Oh, is that what you were trying to do? You don't deserve links anyways. Banned. Yeah, the Twitch days, that was the wild fucking west, man. That was crazy. I said some wild shit over there. That was like, so that 5 years ago, that was, I'd only been working, with Adobe for a very short time. Cause that's where I got hired. That's where I got hired by Adobe. Me and Cody both, I think. because we were streaming in Twitch Creative, and then Adobe made the Twitch channel, and they were like, hey, we need people to draw. Do you want to draw? And I was like, I always want to draw. And then here we are. But, yeah, it was a weird place for a time, because I was mostly a gamer streamer at that point in time, and so it was just a completely different culture. You know what I mean? Totally different kind of vibe than, you know, what I've sort of evolved into professionally, because a majority of the live streams and stuff that I do now are like streams for a corporate company, which is like a much different atmosphere. So there are some doozies. There are some doozies, man. Cussing up a storm and engaging in all manner of off-color jokes. Gamer Val, yeah. Stardew Valley, Voodoo Valley streams. Val drawing in those viewers, yeah. I miss it, but I don't miss Twitch culture, you know, because that's the thing, is that, like, it got really stressful for a time, and I do miss, like, doing, because, you know, I had a lot of viewers, and, you know, all that kind of stuff, but, like, it takes a toll on one's mental health, big time, and I've kind of come to the point in my life where, like, being on that live streaming grind, like, to try and get popular and, like, be a cool streamer really takes a lot out of me. It really does. Back then I was, like, so on that grind, and I can't do it because there's a necessary level of, like, pretending that goes with that, and I am not a good pretender. A lot of you folks who are in the chat, like Vecta, Slime, Mekti, you guys have been, like, hanging out with me for, God, like 8 years, you know? Like, you guys know that I am a horrible liar, and everything I show typically is me. I might release a lot less personal information to the live stream because there's a level of privacy, you know, that is necessary for me to feel safe and secure in life. But for the most part, like, I don't imagine I've changed very much, because it's hard for me to behave differently than how I really am. But it's hard to, like, it's the same as, like, trying to get big on Instagram, you know? Like, it's hard to like grind on that streamer mission, because you have to, like, kind of do what's trendy, like, you know, what people want to see from you in the live stream, and I have a hard time doing that. I have a hard time, like, appearing entertaining when I'm doing stuff that doesn't spark joy in me. And so I kind of am content now to, like, really just do it. Like, this makes me happy, hanging out with you guys and drawing cool shit. We all, like, kind of like the same stuff, and we have a good time talking and chit-chatting and stuff, and that's, like, I love that. That's the part of, like, streaming personally that I miss, and, like, doing things in my own way in my own personal space. That's what I miss, is, like, you know, we can do whatever. And I can tell you guys, we're doing a request stream, but if I decide I don't want to do your requests, I'm not going to do them or whatever, versus, like, doing a live stream where I have, like, particular content set out and I've got to do it, you know, a certain way. This makes me very happy. But, you know, it's going to be a little bit amorphous because I changed my mind about, you know, what I feel like doing in the moment. Nothing she says is to be trusted. I'm a liar. I'm a low-down, dirty liar. Rampant jump scares and love-hating Shane. Bro, so I married Shane in Stardew Valley, and I thought he was the cutest guy ever, and then I married him, and I helped him through his depression and stuff, and then he moved into my house and trashed my fucking living room. Disrespectful. Disrespectful. I helped you get your shit together. I married you. We have chickens together now, and you trash my house and kiss me with pepper popper grease on your mouth? Okay. Disrespectful. You can't have pepper popper grease in the bed. You can't. Shane's a terrible husband. Shane can kiss my caramel ass. I divorced him. I saved up all my money to, like, you know, prep my house to accept a husband and everything, and then I saved up all my money again and dumped him, and now I'm dating Sebastian, and I'll never marry him. I'll never marry him. I'm done. After one divorce, I'm jaded now. I'm war-hardened now, and I'm just in it to have a good time. What were you expecting? I don't know, man. Yeah, Shane had a drinking problem, but they make you go to everybody like, you married an alcoholic. We told you there were red flags. Listen, why would they make me go through, like, this whole portion of the story of the game that had, like, character arcs and shit for him, of us, like, sitting on the cliff overlooking the city lights and having a deep conversation if they were just gonna fuck me over? Why would they do that to me? You know what I mean? Like, they set it up like we were improving ourselves, and really what happened was I improved myself and Shane decided he could live off my farm money. But I didn't sign up to be a sugar mama. I signed up for partnership, okay? That's the problem, is that I signed up for something different than he did. And this is getting real deep. It's getting really real for a Saturday morning stream. But I'm just saying, you know, to all you folks out there who also married Shane and found that he was not the man you thought he was, you're not alone in this, okay? You're not. Shane is no good, and he knows it, and he refuses to change because he likes his misery. What game are y'all talking? Fucking Stardew Valley? Like the cutest game on the planet? We're talking about one of the cutest farm simulator games there ever was. But it's, like, really deep. I cried, though. I teared up when I streamed and we were going through all this stuff because Shane was depressed, you know? And I was like, ugh, I want good things for you. I want you to be happy. And Shane was like, I want your farm and your 401k. And I was like, damn it. I hate it when this happens to me. I hate it when men only love me and use me to get to my livestock land and good soil. They're only ever in it for the soil. Every time. I hate this other leg. It's pissing me off. And I wonder if lighting it differently will change. No, here. Let's mess with this. I sketched out some pretty clean lines. Flip your canvas. You're a genius. You're right. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna start listening to Commander Cody from now on. Because she knows what she's doing. Nope. Hold on. Give me a moment. I'm just gonna use this as a base. I'm gonna warp this until I have it kind of the way I want it, and then I'm gonna sketch it different. I just want something to go off of. Honestly, a lot of the Gonk Droid stuff, now that I'm looking at it, a lot of it, the feet are facing like mostly the same way, and I kind of didn't do that. I was trying to like turn them out like feet, but the Gonk Droid feet, they stay in much the same position as each other, kind of facing the same side. It's called Haunted Chocolatier. What? Did you hear they're making a not quite sequel, I guess successor to Stardew Valley? Oh, that's awesome. Haunted Chocolatier. That sounds like my kind of business. I'm into that. I'm into it. So, with regards to Ahsoka, what's everybody's favorite part that they're kind of looking forward to seeing in the show? I know there's some folks in chat who are waiting for it. You guys know my favorite part. I am looking forward very much to seeing Grand Admiral Thrawn, of course, but it is going to be really cool to see, like, Ezra and all that stuff. So, what are you guys really aching to see? This is kind of a, because I don't know if everybody here is Star Wars fam, but I know probably Cody and definitely Odari and perhaps Vecta will be watching it. Also, we're gonna do this. Move that leg. Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit better. Yeah, the legs needed to come. That leg needed to come forward and be faced the other direction a little bit more. I'll be honest, and I know this is blasphemy. You not watching it? Anakin Force Ghost. Hell yeah! Well, I'm off to the deli mines. Salt mines. Well, have a wonderful day at work, Stony. I'm gonna search up. I know I asked you to like make a suggestion if you wanted to, but I can't remember if you did because I was too busy talking shit. But if you did leave us a suggestion, I'll scroll up in chat and find it, or you can drop it in there again. And I will see if I can get to something for you so you got something to check out when you get off work. I don't think I've watched anything of Star Wars since like the first or second season of Mando. That's fine. We were, Odari and I were ranting a little bit last time. You didn't? Okay. We were ranting a little bit last stream about how some of the Star Wars shows are like not actually very good. That's the truth. Well, Disney Plus shows. Like some of the Disney Plus shows are legitimately not that good. That's the honest to God truth. And it's because they pump those suckers out so fast. And it's like to me, it's like kind of a money grab, and I don't really blame a lot of people for being unenthused about some of the stuff that's coming out, or just like not really being super interested. I've got some stuff that's like near and dear to my heart that I want to see, and so I'll like go and see it at my leisure, but I honestly don't really expect much from the Disney shows. I really don't. Because a lot of them are trash. A lot of them are like rushed. And a lot of them have plot holes. There's some shows where like they have obvious plot holes that are weird and like loose ends that are untied, but I still enjoyed them. And some of the Disney shows are easier for me to enjoy than others because I don't consume like the source material. So for example, I really, really enjoyed Moon Knight. I was super stoked about that. I thought, like, just from an artistic standpoint, that was one of the most beautiful productions I've seen in a long time. Just like the special effects and all that stuff. I just thought it was freaking gorgeous. And I enjoyed it. I did. But I know that there's a lot of people that didn't like it, but I was kind of immune to that as somebody who, like, I haven't read the Moon Knight comics. I'm not attached to Moon Knight in any way. And I think that for a lot of the stuff that they do, you kind of have to be that way. To be honest, you kind of have to be somebody who isn't attached to the source material to like really love it, because that seems to be like a common theme, honestly, is that a lot of these shows are not super true to that source material that everybody loves. And you have to have like some degree of separation from it, because a lot of the stuff is, I think, pissing people off. But the old Clone Wars show is one of my favorite shows. Such great, yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. The Clone Wars show, Rebels even is good. And I was just talking to my brother the other day. My brother's a huge Star Wars fan, specifically like a lot of the Old Republic stuff, and he always is very knowledgeable and has good conversation about, like Star Wars theory and shit like that. We were talking about just like the things that we got from the shows like Clone Wars and Rebels, and we got some things that we never had before that was absolutely necessary for Star Wars. One of those being just like the freaking incredible culture of the clones, and it was like they went from being these faceless nobodies to being like, okay, it's all the same guy, and then to like this dawning realization that no, they're not the same guy. Like genetically maybe, but they have like this super rich internal culture to them that has made them like so impactful. And I don't think that Star Wars has ever been the same in the best way after the introduction of so much of that individuality and that culture from the shows. The episodes about the clones were always good and surprisingly deep for a kid show. Absolutely surprisingly deep for a kid show. And to that point, there was a lot of portions of the show where there was like a pretty good deal of adult content in there. It's got to be for like the Star Wars fans who are obviously watching it and they're not kids. But there was an episode of, I think it was Clone Wars, where Obi-Wan goes to fetch Anakin because they get called out to battle unexpectedly, and he knocks on Anakin's door, and you can hear rummaging around in the room, and he comes to the door and he's like, "Oh, Master, hi!" And he's like, "Hey, Anakin, it's time to go. Like, get your shit together. It's time. We gotta leave." And he's like, "All right, yeah, I'll be there in a few for sure." And then Obi-Wan goes, "Tell the princess I said hi." And then Anakin turns beet red and like he's sleeping with Padme in there. And it's like, it was so quick. It was such a quick joke, but it was perfect. And it's like, there's a lot of hidden stuff like that. Yeah, the Clone Wars are for big kids. That's what I think. And it's like, I think it's branded as like a children's show, and technically it can be, you know, I think, but there's a lot of stuff like that in there where it's like, they know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly who the real target audience is and the kind of people who are going to be watching it, and they didn't forget us. So, yeah, I do love the show. I don't know if you guys were paying attention to what I did there, but I just needed to kind of really work that perspective of these feet, and I don't know 100% if it's perfect yet, but it is pretty darn good now. I just needed to like kind of see them as all like one box all together. So that I could really start carving them out and making them look like they belong. I think they still need just a tad bit of work, but I think it's better now. They look like they fit in this space. Thank you, Cody, for the reminder to flip my canvas, because that helped a lot. The main thing I have an issue with Disney Plus shows is the length of the series, which ends up making the shows feel like they were rushed. Baldwin, I agree 100%, because I think that there are some things that could have been much, much longer so that we could get a lot more out of it. Honestly, I have very, very few problems with Andor. I really, like, honestly. But in that one, I don't know if it needed more episodes so much as I just really desperately wanted more episodes, because there were some loose ends that weren't tied up. You know, there's some very obvious loose ends that weren't tied up, and I'm, like, patiently, not so patiently, waiting for the next installment. But that's one that I would have, like, really, really loved to see more content for, like, a longer season. I also would have loved to see a longer season for, maybe, I don't know. With the Mandalorian, it's hard to tell if I wanted more content or if I wanted better writing. It might be a mixture of both, because the writing for season 2 and 3 of the Mandalorian, I just felt was not as strong as it could have been, unfortunately. I would have loved more for the Book of Boba Fett. And there's a few Marvel shows I haven't even attempted to check out, like, from further in the, like, beyond the Star Wars shows. There's a few things that I haven't even attempted to watch, just because I was unenthused. I also feel like there's some shows where I'm just like, why, I don't know why, like, I was just not interested in. You know, I guess, like, some people are into She-Hulk. I wasn't really, you know, I never had a desire really to know more about She-Hulk. And granted, I'm not reading those comics, so, you know, she could be a character that's very near and dear to the hearts of many. But for me, I just wasn't, I was like, I don't need this. I heard so many mixed reviews about it, I just never even gave it a chance, to be honest. I was like, I can live without it. So there's a few stragglers like that. The Hawkeye show, it had some problems, but overall I did enjoy the Hawkeye show. I did like watching it. But it was cheesy and campy. It was. And I think that, I'm going to be honest, I think that that's the Marvel's problem. And I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but I think that the problem with a lot of Marvel content is that they have so many different creators going for the iconic Marvel campiness, and not all of them are hitting the mark. Hawkeye show? No, Hawkeye. K sound. K sound. Yeah, Mando started out, didn't it? And it was like, Mando, it started out, it was different for sure, because, and I had to remind myself of the thing that I tell people a lot of the time when they say that they don't like it, and that is like, Mando and Boba Fett are westerns. They're not the fast-paced, like, go, 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 exciting movie. They are westerns. And if you consume it through the lens of it being a western, it's amazing. And you do have to change up your mindset a little bit to take it in properly, I think. The 6-episode model always feels like limited series style shows. Yeah, Bodwin, it's just not enough time to do it. And like the thing about it too is, like, kind of to what you're saying, is that a lot of the shows that they're doing these like 6-episode adventures with are things that are like larger than life, right? They're things that like required dozens and dozens of comic books to introduce to us. So why do we get like 6.5 hours of live action content to like bring it to life in a new way? Yo, Joshua, it's good to see you, friend. The fact that Mando is Western is what we were excited about. Yeah! Can we bring back multi-core season? Yeah, you know, I miss that being the thing. Like back when a show was like 24 episodes and it had like 5 seasons. I think the problem is like people are consuming shows so fast now. With, you know, streaming services and stuff, I feel like they're really combating. They're really combating us, right? Like the way that people now consume media is kind of difficult if you think about it for like the creators. I think they're having a hard time with the way we're doing it, and in retaliation, I think that they're making smaller pieces of content. Maybe not retaliation. Maybe retaliation is like too harsh a word, but it feels like in order to combat the fact that we are going through the content so quickly, they're making like bite-sized stuff, and they're releasing it to us in small doses. You know? That's how it feels a little bit. And you can see they're trying to work with it. For example, like now when a new show comes out, it's the same thing with like they're doing it with Ahsoka. So like Ahsoka's coming out, and you get 2 episodes at once, and then they start releasing it weekly. So they've been doing that. They did it with the Sandman too. Like the Sandman comes out, and you get like more than 1 episode, and then it just continues on like a normal show, kind of. But you do get like a mini binge fix, kind of. Is like what they give you. But I think they're like, you know, they make if they put the time into making a 24 episode season, and then people are done with it in a matter of days, then it's like all gone. And like the amount of time and effort it must take to like create something like that has got to be exponential. So I kind of understand it. I do, because we do be binging, don't we? Sandman was, oh yeah, let's talk about Sandman, man. So you guys know I've said a lot that I enjoy audiobooks. And I take a lot of long drives from Northern California to like the LA, San Diego area. And my boyfriend and I, we listen to audiobooks on the way. We've been making our way through the rest of the Thrawn Ascendancy recently, but before that, we had been listening to the Sandman audiobooks, and they are amazing. They really are. So, first of all, Morpheus? Morpheus? Why does that sound wrong? Not Morpheus. Why am I spacing on this? No, Morpheus. Okay, I was thinking of, I am right. Morpheus, or Dream, is narrated by James McAvoy in the books, in the audiobooks, which is amazing. I'm really screwing up this perspective, by the way. Well, maybe I'm not screwing it up. Maybe I just need to stop looking at it. Yeah, Morpheus is voiced by James McAvoy, which is amazing, let me tell you. He does a fabulous job. And there's a lot of really famous other people who are like a part of the audiobook narrations on Audible. And so I recommend it. I really do. They're amazing audiobooks. Like Matrix. Yeah, that's what I was thinking for a second. I was like, Matrix Morpheus? But I think the name for Morpheus in the Matrix was chosen because of a paying homage to, I'm sure. But yeah, I love it. And so I was familiar, while I had not read like the physical stuff, I was familiar with Sandman before watching the Netflix show. And I have to say, there are some people that were a little pissed off about certain changes with characters, but man, that has got to be one of the most accurate renditions of a show, like from story to TV, I've ever seen. Right? Am I wrong about that? Like, is there anybody in the chat who watched the show and was like a fan of the comics? I was really truly blown away, because I felt like they hit all the points that they needed to hit in so many ways, and it's so rare. It's so rare to see that and really get a good likeness to the source material, and I just really thought they did a great job. It was hard to take issue with anything, and the changes that they made, I don't think that the changes were bad. Because Sandman, so this is the thing, like, people were upset that they changed the ethnicity of certain characters, things like that. But if you look at, like, the other comics, and if you, like, kind of take a look at the cast, like, it would have been a very, I don't know how to say it. There would have been a lot of the same kind of folks in the show, and I think that it was fine to like diversify it a little bit, and they didn't change anything that made it, you know, not follow the source material as far as the character development, everything, and the people that they chose were actors and actresses that I really respected a lot, and I thought that they did a great job with the characters, and I was really thrilled about how everything ended up panning out. And I think that, you know, they did a really great job, and just the story, the way that they told it, the way that they kind of did like the bite-sized little pieces, they just did such a good job. Sandman got 5 stars for me. Yeah, man. Yeah. I've been watching Apple TV sci-fi shows like Silo and Foundation just to get away from Disney's poor shows. Silo is dope. Okay, let's check out Silo. Give us some time to really learn and get in touch with the characters in the meta. Yes! Yeah. Sprinkled throughout the plot. Can we bring... Yeah, episodic content is important. And honestly, I think Sandman did that. Sandman did a lot of that, and that's how the books were. Is like you were getting like these bite-sized mini stories throughout the main storyline that you're really going through, and it was really cool. And I for one am super excited. I wasn't sure if they were gonna do the Cats one. Honestly, I really wasn't sure if they were gonna do it, and then they freaking did it. I wasn't sure if they were gonna do Calliope either, because the Calliope story is a very rough story, trigger wise, to be honest. But I don't think the author shies away from difficult situations in his work, and I think he writes unfortunate events. I think he writes them very well. And I think that he shines light on certain issues and situations in a way that makes it so that you can't look away from the ugliness, and the reactions that his characters have to traumatic experiences are really, truly authentic. And so I think that, like, reading the books, you know, perhaps be warned that there's some crazy shit in there, but I loved it. I heard Foundation is dope. Yeah, I'm looking at Silo right now, and I like this. Ruined and toxic future, thousands live in a giant silo deep underground. After its sheriff breaks a cardinal rule and residents die mysteriously, engineer Juliet starts to uncover shocking secrets and the truth about the silo. That sounds amazing. I'm gonna be real with you. That's exactly my kind of shit right here. Foundation. What's Foundation? Odari, I need you to always recommend shows for me, please. I do. I need you to always recommend things, because you have not recommended a bad thing to me yet. Based on award-winning novels by Isaac Asimov, Foundation chronicles a band of exiles on their monumental journey to save humanity and rebuild civilization amid the fall of the Galactic Empire. Wait, Galactic Empire? Is this a Star Wars shit? No. Wait. Is it Galactic Empire as in... You know, that, because Galactic Empire is not necessarily a Star Wars thing. Or is this a Star Wars show that I missed? Lee Pace is in this? Oh, hell. Yeah, Odari, you are, you've graduated. You've graduated in my heart. Man, you never miss. You never miss. Foundation is really awesome. I love Silo. Can't wait for season 2. Val, it's very much Star Wars adjacent. Okay, alright. Because I was about to say, this is too much stuff that I recognize in here. It just, like, looks very familiar, but not. Have you seen The Expanse? I have seen The Expanse. I have started it. Now, I am not as fond of The Expanse, but you're not, it's not a bad recommendation. I just haven't been in the right place to watch it because it's dense, right? It's a dense show, and I've tried to start it a few times, and I remember thinking, like, this is a really high quality show. I just need to watch it when I need to watch it, you know? Because I can't watch it while I work because I want to sit and consume every detail of it. We need to add some detail to this because I've been detailing like the form of this for so long, and I'm kind of neglecting the whole rest of it. What was the, by the way, what was the one about Penny something? Pennyworth. Pennyworth is the other one. I'm pulling it up in a tag so that I don't in a tab so I don't forget, because Pennyworth was one that I really wanted to watch too. Okay. We've got like the front of this. I'm gonna put a little thing on this. Get that little circular business going on. And then we need to put a little buttons. There's like these little buttons, you know. There's like little buttons on the front of it. We're gonna put the Vecta sticker, and we're gonna put the Mythosaur sticker on it. If you have any more suggestions for what we're gonna put, let me know. I'm gonna just start slapping on like basically greebles, you know, just like random little bits and bobs. I believe that's the term for it, right? Greebles. Just like random little sci-fi bits that might not make any sense, but it looks, you know, cool. Saint, what's up? Does it have a face? It doesn't really have a face, no. They don't have faces. I'm just gonna slide that out a little bit, make it a little wider. Those feeders. You know, that might not be the first time I've heard that. Honestly. Let's see, what else can we do? Let me pull up my sketch. We're gonna put like a hatch, or I was at least. That looks like a hatch. Literally just a couple of squares, but if placed properly, it can look like an opening. See that? And we can even take some of this lighter value, put that right in there, kind of give it a little bit more form, and do the same thing with some darker here, and voila, there's a little hatch sliced right there. I'm gonna do a little line. Good to see you, Saint. I thought there was somebody else. Yeah, Joshua. Joshua kind of jumped in. I think Joshua's more lurking. Is anybody working on anything today? You guys designing something or any of that jazz? Oh, let's see what our color looks like on this. Yeah. We gotta kind of clean the edges up. Because I painted instead of erasing, but working on stuff, architectural previs stuff. Nice, nice. Okay, you guys are gonna hate me, but I'm gonna try something real quick with the feet, because there's a few examples of other kinds of gonktroid feet that I see in some of the reference I have, and I'd like to try it. Maybe I can have the feet kind of angled, but we're gonna do it a little bit differently. Different shape. Because I think making them boxy is like really constraining me to having to make like the best perspective feet I can in box form, and I'm not exactly adept at such things. I like that. I think that's better. What do you guys think? More gooder. Awesome. Still working on my Moonstone project for over a month now. I worked on glyphs that I created on stream this morning. Oh, that's sick. Dope. Might install Immutable Linux distro on second laptop today and set it up for school instead of taking my main laptop. Kind of a project, sort of. Oh, nice. You're a very technical sort of guy, aren't you, Vecta? There we go. That'll work for me for now. We can even do some little stuffs and things like this. Yeah, I think that looks a lot cooler. A lot more functional. A little more interesting. We're gonna have a Vecta sticker on here as well, so I'm gonna sketch that in. Don't do the whole Sith Jedi drama. It's not the way. Darth Vecta does have a nice ring to it. But if you're not into the absolutes, Vecta. I think I called you Lieutenant Vecta. But you're more than welcome to pick your own thing. Wish I was technical. I'm just tired of Microsoft's BS. I'd rather deal with Canonical and Red Hat's BS for a while. Yeah, Microsoft pisses me off too, but I don't have enough know-how to do all the other stuff, and I don't know that I would keep up with it all. I just don't really have the mind for changing to something different. I like this. Yeah, I dabble in a little Apple and Microsoft too, just because I paint on my iPad and all that kind of stuff. But my main computer is PC. I gotta. We need a Mythosaur sticker, and I'm gonna pull up the Mythosaur, like reference for Mythosaur, so I don't get it wrong. I know the basic gist, but I want it to be accurate, so. What the hell? Oh. So my transition wasn't really, oh. For what you do, Val, Linux would probably be a pretty painful switch. New to Linux users are often not fully aware of what they want out of Linux. I had a specific use case when I started using it, so my transition wasn't nearly as painful. Gotcha. Curious to know what time it is for everyone, because for me it's almost 10 p.m. Oh, wow. It is almost 1 p.m. for me. What about you guys? Perfect? You like it? Everything is cool. I am pleased. You're on California time too, Joshua? Awesome. I use PC when I'm working in Photoshop or Illustrator. I'm a mouse user. Nice. I wish I could afford Apple hardware, but I'm not a fan of how much they lock down their ecosystems. But I understand why they do it. Yeah, you know, and I got it because of like certain programs and stuff that I wanted to use, but I can't convert to it completely because it doesn't have everything I want. And unfortunately that means like working on projects with Adobe, it sucks because a lot of people work with Apple products. Like they have like iMacs and MacBooks and stuff like that, and so like I find myself in situations a lot where like people can't like airdrop me files and everything, and that's typically how a lot of people operate, and I just don't have the ability to do those things. But you know, so that sucks. What resolution is this drawing in? I think it's 300 dpi. Let's see. Yeah, 300 dpi. 4 by 5300. That's a weird. It is a weird size, I know, but I don't even know why I'm using that ratio, honestly. But yeah, I typically only ever paint at 300 dpi, and if you ever catch me painting at lower than 300 dpi, it's an accident. Yeah, this is my go-to. Okay, another thing I want to do is something like this. You know? Like, kind of give it... That looks like there's like a thing there. At least on this bottom, you know? That looks good. Hot sauce, yeah. I'm not gonna be too precious with this weird little detail, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know what it is. It's just a thing. That might be dumb. Yeah, that might be dumb. A little too small and detailed. I just want to like figure out how to bring more little cuts into this. Put some sort of like access panel right here with like the panel off of it. Only reason why I ask is I have a wallpaper addiction issue. Oh, yeah. Curious if it would be easy for me to make it a landscape orientation and fill the background as a wallpaper. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I would do that. Like this guy, the gonk droid. You can have this for a wallpaper if you want. Uh-oh! Thomas Wong, thank you so much for that subscription. You are awesome. Welcome in, my friend. Have you been lurking for a while, or did you just pop in? If you do prefer to lurk, there's no need to answer. But thanks. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support. If you did just tune in, we are doing requests today, and our request that we have chosen to work on is Vecta requested a gonk droid, and we've been having a good time with it. Okay. Sitting here thinking about ways to make a gong droid that actually does something. Yeah. So I've got all this isolated now. And what we can do is Vecta wants a background, a wallpaper. I did like that sketch though. Hold on. I did like this. So I'm just going to snag that portion. right there. And all of a sudden, it's no longer a sketch. I just feel like it needs more, like, random shit hanging off of it, you know? Because we got some of those little hanging things here, but... Making a story run? Alright. Might be taking off pretty soon, so if I don't see you before you get back, it was really great to have you here, Odari. Thanks for the great conversation. Fabulous company, as always. We just need more, like, Greeble stuff on it, you know? We need something a little more... Let's turn our color on. Yeah. Doing like some little spot tests. That's cool.
kind of add a little bit of texture. I don't know. I think this is probably good for now. I'd like to, I know you want this as a wallpaper vector, but I feel like I need to do more work on it before it's really good enough for something like that. I can have the desktop environment pull the color scheme for the system from the image, makes the whole system and desktop wallpaper look. Oh wow, really? That's pretty cool, actually. Well, what color do you want the background? Because I'll post it. I'll put it in the Discord in wallpaper form. And I'll just put like a random color in the background. So you can have it for now. And then if I come back to it, I'll give you the updated version too. Yeah, I've been on this for 2 hours, yeah. I'm getting a little tired. A little tired. Do you want it now, or do you want me just to pull this up on the next stream and keep chipping away at it? Because I can do that too. Tomorrow's our chill stream, so I can work on it a little bit tomorrow and then pass it to you when it's done. Because you probably want it when it's done. Slime's back. What's up, Slime? Alright. Yeah, that's where we got to today. It's looking pretty cool. like it? To be honest, I'd rather it be pure Val anything beyond my initial input to do the Gonk Droid drawing. What do you mean, like, is that a yeah, finish it first? Or a nay, I don't care? Keep chipping away, I can't rush the voodoo. Okay, okay, yeah, I'll wait till it's done then. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think I'll call it here, though. What I am gonna do, though, because I want to have something to post, is I'm gonna do that thing that I do where I make myself make a post here. So that I actually post something. Otherwise, I won't post it. I wonder what would happen if we made a dark background. That's kind of cool. Work. PNG. Save. And then I'm gonna go duplicate. Kind of want to desaturate it. Do is I'm going to put it into Adobe Express. After I desaturate this one to match. Okay, Adobe Express. Let's fill this with something a little more interesting. Let's make it say something else. Could do something like that, like a big lockup. I don't know if it looks good on the side. So let's do something like this. What's today? I think today was the Ep.6. Boom. Okay. That's good enough for me. That looks gangsta. Thanks! I'm trying to force myself to make a social media post too. And it's not extra intricate, but at least it's something, and it's a carousel, so I'm pumped. And I'm just gonna download these and post them directly. Or, wait a second. Let's do this. Can I... Why can't I schedule? Can I not schedule? Yeah, schedule. Today's the 19th, right? Yeah. I thought I could just do directly from there. There we go. I want to schedule both of them though. Maybe I need to select both of them. There we go. Hashtag sci-fi. And then hashtag my name, because apparently I'm supposed to be doing that, and I hate. Oh, I could do... Let's do it here. $1:45, that's in like a minute. Boom. So that's scheduled, and in a minute it'll go to my Instagram, I think. Let's see. 1:44. And 10 seconds. We'll see how this works. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bing. Where? Did I schedule it for the right day? Thought I did. 1:45 p.m. There we go, publishing. Okay, so it takes a little bit of time, but it's still 1:45, so. There we go. Nice. Cool. Thanks, Adobe. Alright, dudes. That is it for me. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you guys. But you know that, or at least I hope you know that. I have some other work that I gotta do today, so I'm gonna take a break, and then I'm gonna get back to some of my other stuff. Nice use of Adobe Express. Yeah, I need to do it more often. Like, I need to, like, schedule them out more, and sometimes I do. But it really does motivate me to do more for social media. You know, like I did these too. You know, I just threw, like, previously on Who's That Popsicle, and I freaking created a bunch of these real quick and just threw them on in there. A majority of the stuff, I did this one in Adobe Express too, just to try and get stuff going. I do all of my creative stuff in Express. I did all of this one in Express, and it's just like really nice to be able to get, like, I did Saturday morning cartoon stuff in there, well, not these ones, but all of this stuff is all Adobe Express, because it's just so easy to do it. And some of my reels have covers. So, like, I haven't been actually putting covers on my reels recently, and maybe I should, but a lot of the covers and stuff that I did for these reels, all of these are covers I created in Adobe Express. And when I actually pay attention and do what I'm supposed to do, it makes it very, very, very easy to do it. Thanks for the chill stream. Have a good one. You too, McD. Gonk After Dark. Yep. Alright, dudes. That is all for me. Much love, and I will see you tomorrow, actually. Tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific, I will be back for a chill stream where maybe we'll work on the Gonk Droid a little bit more and pull up some other stuff. So, I'll see you then. Adios, guys.